Winter's new album, Short and Sweet, right here on Spotify.
That's true. You'll just have to taste me when he's kissing you. Please, 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 please.
माई भाई, तो मैंने भी इस बार म्यूचुअल फंड में पैसे डाले।
Over 3 years now, and together we worked on at least 500 different digital marketing projects, right from getting people set up with their websites to launching, becoming freedom finishers, helping them with support, maintenance. So I thought it would be super amazing to hear straight from Dhaval, who's been in the trenches, helping customers in growing their business by working with freelancers, getting their processes in place. So excited to have you, Dhaval, and the stage is yours.
Thank you so much, Gaurav, and hello everyone. My name is Dhaval, and as Gigi mentioned, like we are working with digital. I'm working with digital market almost. I think it's more than 3 years to 4 years now. And similarly, initially I was as a part of a customer support, but now I handle operations and managers for multiple projects, be it ecosystem, be it hackathon projects, business engine, so on and so forth. And thank you for having me, Gaurav. And so definitely today the topic is freelancing, and let me share my screens over here. So let me know if you are able to see my mind map. Yeah. Perfect. Great. So basically, freelancing is a huge topic altogether itself. So what I have decided is when I joined freelancing, what were the challenges that was faced, that was like coming in my way, and basically what was in terms of I calibrated into two parts. Basically, once a client wants to hire a freelancer, and if you're a freelancer and if you want to get hired, what are the things, minimum things that you need to know in order to complete the successful project. So I've divided freelancing basics into four parts. It's why freelancing, self-audit, business goals, and freelancing. So let's begin. So I would say why freelancing, as since you're a part of Gaurav's group as well, the reason for freelancing is the rise of gig economy, as everyone knows. Like now you can hire experts from all around the world without like uh, without having much of struggle, because there are many websites which help freelancers to get hired. And the gig economy is rising from when it was actually rising from 2014, but since COVID hit, it has boosted by 300%. And it is definitely going to increase on higher basis as coming forward, because now what happened is everyone is going digital. And I got to realize the trend actually 5 to 6 years back itself. And when I got to realize when India turned into digital India, I saw the opportunity in the same and I jumped into the opportunity. Second thing is becoming a new work culture. Now, the thing with the gig economy and the working mindset is now the Gen Z and the population which is coming out, now they don't know what is 9 to 5 job. They want, okay, they want to pay according to their talent, and they want to learn and then grow with the organization. So previously what used to happen was employee should be hired and should sit 9 to 5 to out together, and then go home and do rest of the things. Now this has become totally, it's dead right now. You must have seen many articles as well, showing that the 9 to 5 desk jobs are over, temporary office jobs are over. So hence this freelancing is becoming a new career altogether, new mindset altogether, because Gen Zs now don't want to get bounded on time. They want to learn, they want to have that culture, they want to experience, they want to grow. Hence what they choose right now is let me get my talent right, and what are the let me get my recruiter who knows what I am good at, and let me work on project basis. So that's the reason now freelancing is definitely going to be on the rise and is going to increase potentially. Once AR and VR comes into place, it will take a different game altogether. Second thing is cost effective and flexible. Basically, cost effective is basically you can work on project basis, you can scale up, you can scale down. If the project is over, then the termination contracts ends, and then you can move to the next project. Hence, you don't have anything bounded to you with your employees or with the company stating that, okay, you have to work for minimum 5 years, you have to work for 6 years, you have to work for 3 years. Once you have done with your project, you have got your output, well and good. You can say, okay, if you want any more services, you can do contact me, and you can move to other projects as well. So what happens is like this gives the freelancer also the capability to learn different aspects of business, as well as the business owner without running the cash budget can work and get this project done. So this is the reason why freelancing is right now most like important, and it's trending right now. Now, based on freelancing, what I realized was in terms of hiring a freelancer, when I was hired with different companies before digital market, what I realized was that people did not have a clear goal or a vision to exactly convey to freelancer, okay, this is what I want, this is what I need, this is already done in the website, this is what I need to accomplish. So based on that, what I have divided is I've divided into self-audit. Before hiring a freelancer, what you need to do is you need to check these 5 minimum things. Now, if you go over here, what's your mission? Like, what is your purpose of doing business? Now, if I'm a freelancer and you say I want to design a website, I want to like create a website, but why I will ask like, what is your purpose of like creating the website? What is the end goal that you're trying to achieve? So you need to know the purpose of your business. Like, why are you creating it? So on and so forth. That's the main reason you have to have a mission ready. Then what is the long-term vision? Now, okay, you have your short-term goals, but you also need to have a long-term goals in order to plan ahead. Okay, once the website is done, my freelancer did this website, what is the next thing? Is it automation? Is it Facebook ads? Is it Google ads? So you have to think in a long-term process. Like, okay, this is I want to achieve in 5 years, and based on that, I'm dividing each and every task accordingly. Now, the third part is like, are you in the right business? This is important because is it actually like you are passionate to do what you're doing and you can continue for this next 5 years, next 10 years? Or is it just the hot trend which is rising? Suppose cryptocurrency came, you are switching to cryptocurrency business. If AI came, you're switching to AI business. If VR is coming, you're going to VR. So you need to first calibrate on yourself, like, is this the business which I'm right now in? Is it, am I going to get sustained for like 5 to 10 years? And is it like I'm really passionate about it, no matter what the odds are, no matter what the balances say or what the situation and challenges are, am I ready to go through the grind and complete it to serve the purpose? Then we have the unique selling idea. Basically, the unique selling idea is like what I realized with the mission and working as a freelancer was like they create the website. I was hired as a freelancer. They created a website. They created the automation. But once they started Facebook ads, Google ads, nobody was converting to leads. Nobody was converting to conversions. So when I dig deeper, then I realized like people are building websites, setting ads and everything according to their knowledge. Okay, I like this. My product is good. My product is like my service is good. Let me create the website. Let me create the ads and let me run. But is this the market need right now? So first step before you start any business or any idea, you need to first see that do customer really need it? If they need it, is it like right now they need it or they need it for a long time? So what is your unique selling idea which will help customer to solve their problem? Plus it's an urgency, like they need it right now and can be like it can be having on a recurring basis as well. So you need to, as of now, first clear out what is your mission, vision, and your business, and what's your unique selling idea. Once you have that in place, that time you'll get a clear roadmap, you'll get a clear goal. Okay, this is where I want to go, and this is where I need help regarding. And the last thing is definitely consistency. As you like, I've learned from Gaurav as well, that you need, no matter what, you need to be consistent and you need to preach and follow the same things you're preaching to your clients or preaching to your freelancer or preaching to your employees. Like, are you following the same things? And if that is so, that what happens is like the trust and the bond between you and the freelancer is very good and things work out smoothly. So you have to be consistent, you have to preach what you follow. All right. So this is what I believe. Like, once you have these things ready, then you're ready for the next step in order to know what we need to do to hire a freelancer or set a business goal. So if I go towards the business goal, there are 3 things that you need to do. Now you have set your mission, now you have set your vision and everything. What are your financial goals on monthly basis? What I have realized is, though clients and leads play a part also in the like sales process, it's your own mindset which plays a major role. Like, how are you looking towards the money? This I recently learned in the MMI session which I have attended through Success Gyan, that how are you looking towards the money? Are you also like negative towards money? Are you negative towards the people who are rich? So what you need to do first is, like, you need to plan out your financial goals. I really like that example which was given by Siddharth. Is like, there was father and child's pair, and the child wanted the ice cream. So father went to the store. He bought the ice cream. He gave him a single scoop, and he gave the child, here's the ice cream. On going on the way, what happened was the scoop fell down, and the ice cream was destroyed. So father's like the child started crying. So father went again to the store, and there the child saw the big banner of 3 scoop multi-scoop ice cream. So child was tempted and said, "Father, I want that ice cream." But being a father, you know that he is not able to handle 1 scoop. How can he handle 3 scoops? So he's definitely not going to buy. Similarly, if you bought down to that in the business area, you need to handle, like, you need to know if this is the amount that you have in your cash account. How are you going to spend that amount? How are you going to like allocate to each and every task? When you know that your financial goals are like set, that time what happens is, like, on the subconscious level you feel confident and money starts rolling in. So this is what I realized, and you have to also realize on your level that what are the financial goals that you're setting on monthly basis. So this is one thing. Then what are the top 5 things you're going to achieve this week? So this is also regarding to the goal setting. What I have realized is, like, in terms of freelancing business as well, like, once we set the proper intention, once we set the goal that we are doing in 7 Up AM Club as well, these are the things that I need to achieve this week. We know that there's a certain part we need to go to. We are not like a random ship, like we are going anywhere in the sea and we are getting lost. Once we set those things, and once we calibrate how to do that thing, the work gets done much faster. So what you need to do is, on daily basis, I start with 5, then increase to 10, then increase to 15. What are the top 5 things you are going to achieve this week? That is non-negotiable. You have to do it today. And then last are, what are the things in the business you have in place? Now, what I have, like, based on the experience with digital market and other freelancers, what I have done is, like, let me know if you are able to see my uh, Excel sheet over here. So I've just calibrated this, a small business checklist. So if you can see over here, what I have given over here is a small business checklist. So if I can just zoom a little bit, you'll be able to read the content. So what you need to do is, these are the 28 checklist items that you need to have it on your side. You need to need once your financial goals are set, once your mission and vision is set, what you need to do is, you have to identify your real customer, create buyer persona, determine your goals, establish key performance indicator, create a compelling offer. Now, the reason for this is, see, there are many stages in business, in starting an online business. If you have this checklist, you are actually set. Okay, this is where I want to go. This is what I need to do next. This is what is my target is. So this is based on this, I've created a checklist where you can see, like, I have created a list of 30 items. So what you need to do from your side is, how many of this is ready on your side? Like, how many of you have your ideal customers? How many of you have your buyer personas? How many of you have already created a landing page? If it is there, just put a yes over here. And if not, can it be done by yourself? So suppose a compelling offer, or creating a landing page. Suppose planning a webinar content. So what you need to do is, you need to first make the status like yes, no. Just say, okay, my buyer persona is created. Just put it yes. And key performance indicator, yes. Let's say I want to create a landing page. So I'll write, but I'm not a web developer. So I'll write no. Can I? And I also do it myself. No, I need the technical expertise. So once you know, okay, this is also, like, I'm not able to create my landing page, plus I need a technical expertise. This is where you know, okay, I need help in this. I need a freelancer or a person who can help me create a landing page. Similarly, if you see automate reminders, so this is deal with automation. So is the automation done? No. Can you do it yourself? No. So I know, okay, for automation, I need this. Now for the things which you can do, suppose you want to know your goals. So is your goal set right now? No, but can you do it yourself? Yes. So this is where you don't need a freelancer or a content writer or someone who who don't need a freelancer. You can do it by yourself. If you just sit by ChatGPT or with AI with for 15 to 20 minutes and just mention the question, you'll be able to do it yourself. So this is the checklist which I have created, which I'll be just sending you in the chat right now. What you can do is you can make a copy of that and then save it on your side and just check like what are the things that you have in place, what are the things that you don't have in place, what are the things you can do it yourself, and what are the things that you need help. And what you can do first step further is like you can just file and just download this. If I just download this file as a CSV, since many of you are already having your business engine running, so what you can do is you can create a project also over here. So if you go over here, projects, you click on project, and then if you just import this project, I'll just show how to import. Just choose the file. Okay, this is one I have created. Open and just click on upload. So if you can see over here, if you can set name, your status, and start date, right? So status, no, this does not help. Start date is still pending, so you need a freelancer. And what you can do is you can import it. Yeah, I'll give you the access. I'll share the link again. I'll just share the link again. I'll just give you the access for this. It'll just give me a second. I'll just share this. Anyone with the link? Okay, I'll just share this again. Just okay. Now you'll be able to access the file. So just what you do is you will be the view only access. What you have to do is just file, make a copy, and just click on make a copy over here, and then you can make all the changes over here. So this is loading on my side. If you just once it completes the loading, you will be able to create. Okay, now you can make the changes of this. So once you have done this, that time you will be very clear as what help you need regarding the freelancing job that you want to assign to a freelancer. Cool. Now let me go back to the mind map again. Just a second. Screens here. Okay, cool. So now we have the financial goal ready. We have top 5 things what you want to achieve this week. So what you can do is once you have calibrated yes and no, that time you know, okay, for first 5 things, I need to create my website. I need to set my goals. I need to create my key performance indicator. And I want to like start social ads. So these 5 things, you can keep it on your notepad and your business so that what happens is like, you know what things you're going towards. Now, once you have that in place, that is the right time when you can approach to freelancer. Now, freelancing also is like there's a method how to approach to freelancing as well. Now, so how do I have calibrated that into 3 steps over here. So what you need to do is when to hire outsource a freelancer. So I basically mentioned answered that in the previous thing is when you absolutely necessary, once you know, okay, this is a business which is out of my technical expertise and I need help, that is the right time to outsource a freelancer. See, you have time and you have money. So you need to first see what is the right time, what thing you want to trade off. Do you want to trade off your money or do you want to trade off your time? If you want to trade off your time, you can do it yourself instead of hiring a freelancer. But if you want to trade off your money, and then you can definitely hire a freelancer. So that's the right time when you have to realize, okay, I need to have a freelancer which is beyond my technical expertise. That once you set your business goals will automatically move. Now, what is the right approach to hire a freelancer? Now, I'll just this I've created another sheet. So let me just share that again. Let me share that screen. Once you have your business goals and everything ready, so this is the freelancing checklist that I've created. So now if you can see over here for clients and for freelancers. So what you need to do is see there are 18 topics over here. So you can define your project clearly. So if you see over here, what you need to do is just Click on this, and then you need to create a filter. Now, if you are a client and you want to hire a freelancer, just select over here, yes. Okay, and then submit. So if you are a client, what you need to give to the freelancers, you have to define your project very clearly. You need to research and research, you need to research for the right and select the right freelancer. You need to set clear expectations regarding the same. Key, okay, this is the project I want to create. You need to have the contract and payment terms. You need to effectively communicate with them. Okay, like what are the targets and what are the expectations you have from them. Similarly, time management, feedback and revisions. Once the feedback is given, then final review and payment. Tell them to provide you need to provide feedback and testimonials to that particular freelancer if you have done the good job. And if you want them for the longer purpose, what you need to do is you need to maintain the relationship. Please don't mind, please put the checklist on the last four. Yeah, definitely. So Hemant, I'll do this. And after this, I'll just do this. Just give me a moment. Yeah. So once you're a freelancer, once you're a client, you need to have these places in check. Now, what you need to do is I'll just clear the filter again. Remove filter. Now, if you're a freelancer and you want to get a client, so select yes over here and say okay. So what, as a freelancer, what you need to have is you need to understand your client needs. You need to evaluate your project fit. You have to negotiate terms. Similarly, you have to have an effective communication with the client as what are your availability and hours and what you're willing to work with. Then you have to set a particular time. Then you have to have a feedback and a revision. You need to have feedback and revision meeting with the client. Once the project is done, suppose the draft of the website is created, you need to connect with the client saying that the first draft is ready. Let us know when we can connect and review the feedback. Once you deliver the final product, you need to, there are two systems. Either you can pay, like you can ask the client to pay upfront completely, or once the project is done, you can tell them to pay. And then you can ask for review and then reflect and improve. So what happens? So if you have these checklists ready, I'll just remove the filter. You will know exactly what to ask freelancers on what basis, and once you have, and that will actually simplify your process to much larger extent. So this is one thing. So let me share this also. Let me see if I can share this file also. Copy, and yeah, just put this in the chat. Okay, so take this and make a copy and save it on your side. And yeah, so let me share my mind map again. So I'll just share my mind map. Okay, now methods you can hire freelancers. Now there are three methods which I saw over here. There are Upwork, Fiverr, and put in WhatsApp group. Now Upwork and Fiverr are the freelancing website where you can hire based on your expertise. So what I'll do is I'll just go through that site. Yes. So if you can see over here, these are the Upwork where you can get started. But what I would suggest is like complete the first level of services, the mind map, first initial steps of mind map, so that you know where you want exactly as the freelancer. So if you can see over here, there are AI services, why Upwork, what's new, find work, and find talent. So if you want, you can find talent also. If you want, you can find work also. So it's both for hiring freelancer as well as the freelancers who want to get job. They can put the profile over here. Then second is Fiverr. So here also there are multiple freelancers which you can hire, and based on that you can coordinate with them. Now the third thing is what I recommend is, since we are a part of same community and we have over 600 members, so what you can do over here is you can ask in the group, like suppose if if I need a web developer, so what I can do is I can ask like I need a web developer for this website, and I'll this is the proper document which you can share it in the group itself. Like freelancer hiring form, like if you want like an experienced one, what are your project title, project description, what is the required skills you would need in order to like execute a project. So suppose if I am a web developer, I need web development, like I need a web developer with having a skills in WordPress and Wix. Then experience level, do you need a like professional, or do you are ready to work with the freshers as well? If you need a professional, what is the work sample that you need to get? You need to ask the freelancer that give me your work samples. Based on that, I'll help you. Like I can, based on that, I can shortlist you. If you want, you can add the budget as well. This is like I can afford 15,000, 16,000 for an entire website. So that what happens is like if the freelancer is ready with that budget, he can directly have a chat with you on your mail. Then prefer communication method. What I would suggest right now is there are 4 communication methods: email, phone, video call, and messaging app. What I would suggest is just start with email. What you need to do is if you want a web developer, you can mention the experience, you can mention the project, and if you are interested or if you want to work with me, kindly drop a mail to dm@digitalmarket.com. That's a mail ID. Based on that, then you can do is what you can do is you can then go with this entire checklist. Like I want this thing to be done. These are my clear set expectations, and these are the understand my client needs. So once you have done that, then what happens is like even the freelancer and you both are on the same page, and then you can start your work based on that. So this is what I feel is the one where if you're a freelancer submitting the form, so what you can do is you can enter your name, you can enter your email, you can enter your phone number. What are the relevant skills you have? Suppose you have like graphic designing skills, you have web designing skills. So you can mention over there experience level. You have 3 years of experience. You can attach a link and sample portfolio, and then you can propose a timeline. Like this time I'm available. This project can be done within 30 working days. This can be done within 15 working days. And what are your availability? Like you are available 3 hours a day or 4 hours a day. You can mention those time, and based on that, you can create the entire schedule. Like you can create the entire document and you can put it in the groups. So since we are on the same group, there are many freelancers. The first attempt I would say is put it in the group. See if you're getting good results. If you're able to get good clients, good freelancers over there. Otherwise, then you go to these talent marketplace, which is called Upwork, Fiverr, so that you can have you can get your work done. Okay, so this was like basically an overview on the freelancing. So what I would suggest you right now is freelancing checklist. So if you have already the business engine with you, I would tell you to import all of these as a project, and then clearly define what is your set target. So today is Friday. So Saturday, Sunday, if you suppose there are 30 tasks, there are, let's say, sorry, this is the business checklist here. There are 29 tasks. If you do each task one day, let's say creating a landing page, or select a particular 5 tasks each week. And if you say, okay, this is the task I need to complete, and in the month of September, suppose 30 tasks in 30 days, if you complete throughout the September, you will be way above than others who have not yet started. So if you can put that in the project, that would be great. So that my first step would be just put this on the project management of yours. And second thing is like some of the contents can be easily covered through AI. So if you see over here, AI document, there's an article generator, there's a content writer, there's a paragraph writer. So in terms of content, so if you're thinking of hiring a freelancer in terms of content writing, I would first tell you to check out the content writing in first business engine. Just go one of them, say, suppose I want a content writer over here, enter your text to what's the rewriter. So if you already have a text, you can write over here. Otherwise, what you can do is if you want to have a blog created, you can create a blog as well. So you don't need a content writer to hire freelance as a content writer, but you can have it from over here as well. So I click on the blog ideas. Like what is the language? So blogs for yoga beginners. Right, creativity is high. Or a casual. Right, number of results, let's say 5. Generate text. See, what introduction to yoga, what are the benefits, why it's perfect for beginners. So I think, yeah, it is calibrated. This business engine is calibrated with all the AI systems of the, I think it's calibrated with the AI machine, and you can get actually all the topics related to the content over here itself. Now, if you see over here, it also gives you the topics to cover. Getting started with yoga for beginners, casual tone. So based on your niche, based on your requirement, you can use this. Correct? So yeah, so my takeaway and my key steps would be over here is, let me share my screen and get back to mind map. So my key takeaways and things would be like, do your self audit. First, set your mission, set your vision, set your unique selling ideas as well. And then what you do is create the draft, create the list and everything, and then go for hiring and approaching the freelance. So this is what I think is the right way and right method to approach to freelancing. And yeah, you can start and kick off your projects. Cool. Gaurav, up to you.
Super, super, Dhaval. Thank you for a lovely crash course in freelancing from both aspects. You know, whether you want to freelance as a career, whether you want to hire freelancers, I think both of them are great options. And yeah, happy to take any questions from the morning folks. If you guys have got any questions for Dhaval, feel free to put that in. I do have a few questions for you, Dhaval, and then
Yeah.
we'll call it a day and wrap up for the weekend. So overall, yes, of course, I think freelancing is a win. What do you think are like some of the common pitfalls that a customer typically falls into once hiring a freelancer?
Yeah. So that's a good question, Gaurav. So what happens is, like, once the customer hires a freelancer, the freelancer is expected to deliver a certain output. And when so what customer, first and foremost thing is the communication. There's a huge communication gap between the customer and the freelancer. So one of the major pitfall is, right, set the expectation right at the start of the project itself. So suppose if I want to create a website or if I want to start a project, you need to have the expectation set at the start itself for the freelancer, that this is what I want to create and this is what I need to do. Now what happens is, like, client has the overview. Okay, I want to create a website based on like my pet care, but they don't specify the details. Okay, for the pet care I need this division. For the pet care I need these all services to happen. So first and foremost thing, the first one is the communication gap, which is like, which brings a pitfall. Second thing is, like, definitely I would say is about the monetary issues. So like, they need to verify, the freelancer and the customer need to know, like, how many revisions can it be done. So suppose if I'm doing a graphic design and if I'm designing a logo, so the freelancer need to mention, okay, I'll be able to, with this amount I'll be incorporate 3 changes, I'll be able to incorporate 5 changes. Because I have seen in my career in projects as well, like, people go on doing multiple changes, and it never ends. At the end, freelancer also gets frustrated, and then client's work is also not done. So these two things, I would say, is the major cause which caused the pitfall for the client and the gap between the freelance and the client.
Amazing. So you're saying it boils down to clarity, you know, have a clear end goal from both sides and then communicate as much as required.
Absolutely.
And last question, Dhaval, thank you so much. Is from a freelancer's perspective,
Right.
just from a freelancer's perspective, when do projects not tend to get completed or when do they fall through the cracks?
Okay. Yeah. So Gaurav, what happens is, like, in terms of freelancers' perspective, projects tend to fall apart when the first and foremost thing, the work is getting delayed either from the client side or from the freelancer side. Suppose if you have hired a freelancer to design a website, so what happens is, like, it starts with the, like, initial content, but then what happens is, like, client goes client have many other works to do as well. So what happens is, it goes into the passive mode totally altogether. So the freelancer is waiting for the input, but client is unable to provide because of his busy schedule, and hence what happens is, like, the project gets delayed. Instead, like, if the project get delayed, then freelance as a freelancer, I would think, okay, is customer really interested in making website, or is just stalling time, or like not like, is it stalling time, or is he really interested in the project? Once that query comes into the freelancer's mind, that time the thing starts going southwards. So this is one of the things which happen. Second is like if 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 client is asking for the website and everything, and if he knows like regarding the expertise what he has, suppose he wants an ultimate professional website design, and if you're hiring a beginner who's just have 1 or 2 months of experience, so the client needs to know that he is a beginner and he's creating a website won't be of that quality is what a professional has. So client has to set the expectations on his side that okay, if you want to hire a professional expert, you have to cash in more amount and get the professional done. If you're working with the free beginner and you want to learn and grow in the process, it's like I need to use that approach. So I would say is like this is what mainly gives the gap, and like people are normally delaying the project, otherwise the project gets cancelled because the expectations are not.
So then it's basically like speed. You hire a freelancer, you should be ready, have
Exactly.
everything so you can give it strike while the iron is hot. Don't let
Yeah.
it, just keep dwindling on the project back and forth. Set like a deadline. And the universal truth is you get what you pay for. So if you're working with
Exactly.
someone who's got years of experience, who's
Mhm.
done 50 projects prior to that, there's a good chance that the project will get completed. Else, it might
Exactly.
take its own sweet course because both of you
Yeah.
are also learning.
Yeah. So that's the reason, Gaurav, what I did was I created this freelancing checklist. So if you can see now, if you can just at the start of the project, if you can just communicate with these for the freelancers. If you I'll just put the data, I'll just create a filter. For clients, what are the minimum things they need to do in order to have they need to set clear expectations, they need to have a contract and payment term, they need to have the time management, they need to give feedback and revisions. If they just follow these all steps, Gaurav, I think the process would get 90% only like straightforward, like smooth at the initial level itself. Because they know, okay, what I need to do on the project. They know what are the expectations for the client. They know, okay, what are the contract and the payment term. If they can decide on time, okay, every Wednesday, 2 p.m., we'll have a feedback and revision of the progress that we need to do. If they have that in check right now itself at the first meeting, then the entire thing would be then of the execution and feedback, payment, and then feedback. Yeah, Gaurav.
Amazing, amazing. Love the checklist, Dhaval. Superb, guys. Just type in MPTY if you learned in something new about freelancing, whether it's a mindset, where to find freelancers, how to manage your project, and really make hay in the gig economy today. It's all about super quick projects, speed, action, execution, communication, transparency. Bottom line is get stuff done. If you can't do it yourself, get someone to do it for you. Don't not get the work done.
So Gaurav, what I'll be doing is okay. Once Pravanya has the question, yeah. So what I'll do is Sanjay, Gaurav, if it's okay with you, I'll share this link in the group
Please
so that
do.
anyone who needs it can directly access it from the group itself.
Please do.
All right. I have a question. Should say you have decided on 3 changes, and if the freelancer goes off track and doesn't understand what exactly the client change is required. Okay. Pravina, that's a good question. If the freelancer goes off track and doesn't understand exactly change, so now this happens with what you say, a new freelancer who is just starting off with the project, who doesn't have that level of experience. So there are two things in this. Because of his enthusiasm, he wants to add his own creativity and he wants to make sure that the work done is best. So what happens is like instead of understanding the client's vision, they try to do it by themselves to make it best possible. That's the enthusiasm that you need to understand, Praveen. But the thing is, then you need to then you have to have a patience in that. Since he's a beginner, he's trying to learn. You can tell them that okay, this is the changes that I need is required, and you have done these all changes. What you need to do as a client is then again like there's a first feedback form. There's like you have to tell them okay, this is what I need, but you have done this. Let them come back with the changes, and if still they are not like it is not according to your alignment, give them like try to give them sample websites. Suppose if a website designer, try to give them sample, okay, this is what I want actually to be created, but with my colors and niche. And if still they don't understand, then you have to clearly communicate to the freelancer, see, this is the thing, your whatever the draft which you have created and everything which you have created is not according to my mission and my vision. And is there any a common term what is the problem you are facing? Am I not able to communicate it properly, or is it something on your side you're not able to understand? So I think the communication is the key on that. If you want to get the work done, and if still everything goes southwards, then you need to change the freelancer. Could you share the last form of document? Yeah, Sanjay. So what I'm doing is, as Gaurav given the permission, I'll be sharing this doc list in the group itself so that people can make a copy and use it every time when they need a freelance. Cool, Gaurav. I think I hope this was a valuable session. And what we'll do is we are planning, like Gaurav and me were also planning, like we'll be taking this we'll be covering different themes and topic. So for freelancers, what you need freelancer for, you need freelancer for automation, you need freelancer for Google Ads. But what I and Gaurav also feel like, if you have the base knowledge of Google Ads, if you have base knowledge of Facebook Ads, if you know like how the automation works, then what happens like hiring a freelancer would be very much easier for you, and you know what exactly they are doing. So if on the coming months, on the September month, with Business Engine, we are planning to include some Google Ad expert or a Facebook Ad expert who can come in. If anyone from the group want to volunteer and say, okay, I have like knowledge regarding automation, I have regarding like Google Ads or Facebook Ad, and want to take the session, we are completely open to that. What happens is like we can also grow with that, and you will also be able to do it by yourself and you'll be able to know what freelancer is doing as.
Dhaval, how does a client go about researching and selecting the right freelancer?
Yeah. So basically, so what you need to do over here is, Sanjay, first and foremost thing, you have to just jot down your requirements, and then the form which I have shared you, what you do is first put it in the group, our WhatsApp group. The reason I'm telling you to put it in the WhatsApp group is since we follow same mentor, we follow Siddharth, so our ethics align. Our ethics align, our values align. So what happens is like if with similar values, just in terms of expect delivery and demand, things get done very easily. So what I would suggest right now is, if with the requirement, put it in the group and see what are the kind of responses and everything you're getting. If you get the client, if you get the freelancer, well and good. Otherwise, then you can go to Upwork and Upwork and Fiverr website to check with the freelancing gigs as well. So this is an experimental basis. You are absolutely right. Like you won't get the right freelancer at the first go itself. But what happens is like if you have the community and you are best with the same ethics and values, things get done much faster than going on the external sources and others. So I would suggest put it in the WhatsApp group and then see the responses and then work on it.
Okay, thanks.
Most welcome. So yeah, so if I can tell my experience, actually Gaurav and me, like when we connected with digital market, it was basically on the DMOS support. So like I really loved that app and I studied it, and I asked Gaurav, like, can I use it for support? And based on that, I did was I studied DMOS, I helped in the support, and that's how our relationship got started. And when we realized that we both have same mission and we have both same vision, that each and everyone should have a digital platform created for now. They should run their lives independently, business anywhere in the world. That time our values got aligned. And based on that, then we calibrated. Okay, Gaurav is good in sales, I'm good in operations. So that based on that, our roles got assigned on that level. Okay, Gaurav will help with the sales. I'll be helping with the projects, onboarding and management and everything. So it's a to and fro relationship. And once you have that ready, you get good freelancers.
Super, Dhaval. Thank you so much for sharing and looking forward to the next level as always. Thanks everyone for making it here for the 7 a.m. show, Friday the 30th of August. Well done, everyone, on taking massive action this month, and look forward to seeing you back in September. Thank you, everyone. Have an amazing, amazing day.
Thank you, everyone. And it was great connecting. Thank you so much for coming up so early and attending the session. It means a lot. Yeah. And this consistency, we hope we can continue for September, October, November, December, and many months to come. Thank you so much.